What's up everyone, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here. Yesterday, August 31st, Apple sent out press invitations for their It's All Rock and Roll press event scheduled for September 9th. Really to the surprise of no one, so what I want to do now is give you my predictions for what I expect Apple is going to announce at this conference. Well, the first thing, if you look at the invitation they sent out closely, you'll see the headset that the little dancer is using is plugged in on the bottom. Definitely leading me to believe that there'll be iPod Touches. Rumors of a refreshed iPod Touch have been going around for months now. So here's what I think you can expect with relative certainty. A camera on the back, so for taking pictures and videos, probably similar functionality that you have on the iPhone. I'd also expect the iPod Touch to have a built-in microphone for voice over IP calls. So for those of you that are big Skype or Frame, whatever client you use, an iPod Touch is going to be a great alternative almost to an iPhone as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. Something to keep in mind. I've also heard some rumors that we may see a refined UI for the iPod Touch, although I'm inclined to believe that we'll first see this new UI on the iPhone's next release. I also expect the iPod Classic and iPod Nano to get cameras as well. The iPod Nano more certainly, the Classic is possibly a little bit far-fetched. Also a refreshed iPod user interface on the Nano and the Classic. Despite what people are saying, I don't believe that either of those lines are going to be killed, especially the Classic. I think the Classic is actually finally going to go solid state as well, seeing as 64, 120 gig solid state drives have dropped in price. So I'll look for that to happen as well. I think we're also finally going to see the release of the Beatles catalog on iTunes, which will be quite nice. And speaking of iTunes, I think we're actually going to see an update to iTunes. There have been rumors of this sort of box art cocktail that's been going around. I think that's what that's going to entail, is sort of more detail when you buy songs from iTunes. So you buy a song or an album, you're going to get the cover art, obviously. We're also going to get sort of a digital booklet, like you used to get with the CD, or if you bought a record in the day, or a tape. You have all that information sort of put in there. I think we're going to see more of that as well. Also, I'm expecting iTunes to have some sort of social networking integration. I would expect Facebook, Twitter, and things like that to have a relative degree of social integration. Definitely look for that as well. Also, there have been rumors of an Apple tablet circling around for, actually predating iPhone rumors, so for a good 4 or 5 years. I do not think we're going to see this tablet, this mythical tablet, at this press conference. I would expect that it's going to be held at some special event, probably sometime next year. I don't think the iPhone is even going to be mentioned. I don't think we're going to see any computer or really other hardware refreshes. I think it's going to focus really just on the iPod. Also, I expect Steve Jobs to be there. I think he's going to be the one that's going to be giving the keynote at this thing. I think that Phil Schiller and the rest will definitely be presenting, but I think that Steve Jobs will definitely be returning and will be back on stage. So guys, what do you think? Are you holding off on buying an iPod Touch? Are you excited about a new iPod Touch? Did I miss a feature that you'd love it to have? You know, what do you guys think? Leave a text or video response. I'd love to hear from you. For exclusive content, be sure to check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. And to learn more about Techno Buffalo, check out technobuffalo.com. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Speaking of iTunes, I think we're going to see... Hi, I'm just filming. Can I call you back? I'll be done in just a few minutes.